What's going on, everyone? So I've been getting a few questions from some people asking about different things that I use when I go hunting and everything like that. So hunting season's about to open up here in Missouri. It's opened up in some places already, bow hunting. And so I figured I'd make a quick video showing you some of the stuff I use when I go hunting, some of the stuff I bring along with me so that you might have a better idea. There's a lot of new hunters out there, a lot of young hunters, and I get questions like that frequently. So I figured I'd put a video together, show you some of the stuff that you might consider getting and some of the stuff I use. So we're gonna go inside. I'll show you some of this stuff, and then I'll put some links in the description in case you want to get that or similar items. Anyway, let's go inside. Okay, one of the first things I like to have when I'm going into the woods, going hunting, whether you're hunting out of a tree stand, ground blind, box blind, anything like that, is a backpack. Now this one is a Field Line Pro Series backpack. It's a pretty basic backpack, but the reason I like this one, I've had this for several years. The reason I like this, it's got several different compartments and different just places to put stuff. So you've got the main part up here, where it zips all the way around the top, opens up into quite a big space. Also has another smaller compartment here. Zips down all the way around, adds quite a bit more space here, and then you've got a small zip up here, opens up, just a kind of a little pocket. Usually keep a knife or whatever up there, and then down here you've got a pocket. It's pretty deep. It also has a couple of pockets within this zip here to just put odds and ends. I usually put like a small first aid kit or something like that in there. So. Yeah, it's a great backpack. I've had it for quite a while and just works out really great. It's got pockets on the side for water or whatever. I usually keep string, some rope in there for bringing up a bow or what have you. So also it's got a little hole through here, I guess, for like a camelback or whatever. I usually end up using that for, sometimes I put a like an extra battery for phone or whatever and then run the cord through here. But yeah, whatever you want. It's got a little hook here. You could hook it on like a tree hook or something like that. Also, I like this part here, easy to carry. You can just grab it right through the middle here once it is full, if you have a bunch of stuff in there. Real easy to carry and put on a tree hook or whatever. There's also a strap on top. Also, the sides here, it does have a chest strap that comes around. You put your arms through. Chest strap that comes around there, which is nice, especially if you're hiking in a long way. Makes it a lot easier to, on your back and shoulders. Then you've got the adjustable straps here. You can pull down, make it tighter, or more loose, whatever you want. And there's also this one that goes around the stomach. I don't really use it very often, but you've got that as well. So just overall a really good backpack. Not super heavy, not super bulky or anything. Decent size, but it fits pretty much everything that I need in here. So backpack, one of the first things you need to get, in my opinion, is a backpack. No matter how you're hunting, if you're hunting out of a tree, ground blind, whatever, backpack I think will save you a lot of headache because you can put pretty much everything in there, have it in one place, take it with you, and you're set. Something else I'd like to have with me is a Sawyer insect repellent. This is one I've been using for several years. They come in this one has a spray bottle. They also come in like aerosol style, but this stuff, it works really well. It's really the only brand of insect repellent, anything like that I use in the early season. You don't really need to worry about it too much once, October, November gets here, but especially if you're hunting around these areas in September, stuff like that, or even in the spring, whatever. Highly recommend this stuff. It says that it works on ticks, chiggers, mosquitoes. Ticks, chiggers, yes, it does a great job. On the mosquitoes, I don't know. I'm still kind of up in the air on that one. But yeah, it does an excellent job with ticks, chiggers. Highly recommend getting this stuff if you're going to be hunting early season, or if you hunt in the spring, turkeys, things like that. You definitely get this stuff. It's the best spray I've used, and it's really the only spray I ever use. So it shows you on the label here. You want to check the label out, but it tells you how to treat and everything like that. But this stuff will last if you don't do a wash. This stuff will last for several weeks even on your clothing. So it's really strong. It works really well. Sawyer insect repellent works really well. Okay, next thing that I would recommend having in your backpack is if you're hunting in a tree especially, but even if you're hunting on the ground by a tree or something like that, if you're not inside a blind, I always recommend having an Easy Hanger by Realtree. What this is basically one end is a screw that screws into the tree, and the other end is a hook to where you can hang a backpack. Once you're up in the tree, you can hang a backpack, you can hang your bow, you can hang, whatever you want on this hook here. So they come in packages where there's a longer one and there's also a shorter version. But I'll put links for all that down there. But highly recommend this. It just helps keep everything out of the way. You're not putting it on by your feet and underneath on your tree stand and things like that. So just really helps you stay organized and keep things out of the way. And especially if you're hunting and it's really cold out, and you can hang your bow up or your backpack out of the way, and just keep your hands free and warm and things like that. So Easy Hanger by Realtree, highly recommend getting some of these. One of the most important things you're going to need when you are hunting and you're in the woods is a flashlight. There's several different kinds of flashlights you can use. One of the best ones I've used so far, and it's the one I currently am using, is the WHITETAIL headlamp. These things are excellent. It takes AAA batteries. It's adjustable here. You just put it on your head. It's adjustable. AAA batteries in the back, but it has, let's see if you can see it, it's three different, it gives you two different options for the red, which is really nice if you're going in trying to, at night, you don't want a real bright light. But for tracking, it's after dark and you're tracking, you've got the regular light here, then it gives you two more brightness levels. So when it's pitch black outside and you're tracking a deer in the woods, that really bright one, it's great. It illuminates the woods quite a bit. It just lets you see everything you need to see if you're cleaning a deer, whatever the case is. So tracking. But the WHITETAIL headlamp, this thing is great. By far, it's my favorite that I've used so far. I'm sure there's a lot of other good ones out there, but this is the best one I've used, and currently using this one. Works excellent. All right, another item I recommend everyone getting is Outdoor Edge knife. They have different sizes of blade and everything. This is a 3.5 inch field razor, and it's basically just, you can open it up here, but there's a little button on the side that you can push in here, and it comes with replaceable razor blades. These aren't mainly for like cleaning, skinning, things like that. They're extremely sharp, so you want to be careful when you are cleaning an animal. They come with some replacement blades on there. You can buy them separately as well. One gets dull just from a lot of cleaning or whatever. You can replace the blade. But I always carry one in my pack. I've got a few of these, but I always carry one with me. It has a belt clip on them. I always just keep it in my backpack so my pockets are freed up or whatever. But really great knife. Highly recommend Outdoor Edge skinning knife. They're excellent. I've had no complaints with them. They do a great job cleaning animals and everything. Overall, really good knives. Okay, without doubt, probably the most important thing you can take to the woods with you, one of the most important things if you're hunting out of a tree, is you want to get yourself a safety harness. Absolutely do not get in a tree if you don't have a safety harness. You want to make sure you're safe. The one I use is a Muddy. This thing is excellent, works great, and it's actually, it's fairly comfortable. The only time it starts to get a little uncomfortable is when I sit all day long. Then it can, sometimes get a little uncomfortable. But if you're sitting for 3 or 4 or 5 hours, whatever, really comfortable, no issues there. This whole part here goes around your chest, and then you've got, and then it'll buckle around the chest here. And then you've got, each leg has its own piece that'll go up under the leg, then strap back around, locks in there. And you've got that on each leg, so you're really secure in this in the Muddy harness. One thing I really like about this is it's got a strap you can put around the tree and leave in the tree, but also this goes around the tree like so. So that goes around the tree so that it's secured, and then you actually hook yourself. This screws down here. You hook yourself to this line, and then you're secured. So if you were to fall out of this will move up and down the rope here, but if you were to fall, the tension on that would lock it in place there, and you would be secure. So yeah, just definitely recommend getting a safety harness. Like I said, there are several out there, but Muddy is the one I've used and been really happy with it. It's really comfortable, but you definitely need to get one. Do not go hunting in a tree without a harness. Just make sure you're safe. These are a few of the things that I take with me every time when I go hunting. We've got the safety harness. Don't ever go in the woods without it if you're hunting in a tree. If you're in the ground blind, you're fine, but definitely don't get in a tree without a harness. Flashlight, absolute must. You need a flashlight just in case you're walking in the morning, need to track a deer or whatever. Outdoor edge knife, you can use any knife. I use a few different ones, but I always have outdoor edge with me. Don't leave the home without these. And then also, easy hanger, makes your life a whole lot easier. Like I said, they have different sizes on these. I used both the longer one and the shorter one, depending on what I have with me at the time. Backpack, to keep everything in, keep yourself organized, and also early season, you definitely want to get some insect repellent. I use Sawyer, works great. I'll leave a link on all this stuff so that you can either get this stuff or something similar. It'll give you kind of a direction to go. I know a lot of people out there, if you're new to hunting, you may not know exactly what to get and things like that. So hopefully this will kind of point you in the right direction. You can get the same stuff I use or something different, whatever, but maybe give you just some ideas on stuff to get. So I'll leave the links down in the description, and I might do a part 2 of this. There's some other stuff I usually bring with me while I'm out hunting, so I'll probably do a part 2, another video with that, show you, a few more things that I bring with me. So hope you like this video, and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, and we'll see you on the next one.